Hello, YouTubers. It's Travis, and I have a special treat for you today. This is the Sweatsuit Invitational. This is a draft tournament organized weekly by Hunter Pence and friends, where 32 players get together. They draft in pods. They play through the pods. Then there's a semifinals and a finals. For some people, we don't always make it that far. But this time, they decided to do a chaos draft, which is one of my favorite formats. I think it may actually be my favorite way to play Magic, realistically. It takes a lot of synergy out of the game, and you really have to get their own raw card evaluation. And I think this was a good example of a chaos draft, a good example of finding the right deck, and it was full of interesting decisions all the way up until the last minute of the draft and the last minute of the gameplay. So I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I enjoyed playing through it. If you're really enjoying the content, click that subscribe button. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, which is a huge deal for YouTube channels. So you're helping out a lot when you do that, as well as getting an alert when there is a new video for you to watch. That's pretty cool. And there's also a link below to my Patreon, where if you super like what I'm doing, you can actually support it and get some cool rewards. All right, thank you for watching, and enjoy the draft. Ixalan, definitely what you want to open for chaos drafts. Kamina's Awakening is a way to get a lot of cards. Soul of the Rapids is unironically a finisher for blue. I'm kind of thinking about just taking the Impale and see where we go. Yeah, I think I like the Impale. I could kind of see an argument for some of the other cards, but it's hard to go wrong with 4 mana kill the thing. It's not really a bomb. It's a solid card. Yeah, Awakening can do some work. I mentioned that. But I found it can be incredibly difficult to get solid removal in chaos drafts, as everybody tends to value it pretty high generally. It's something I would very much like to have access to. I don't think anybody's wanted as many as me yet. No. I think I've had 4. I honestly don't remember. I think I like Sigarda's Imprisonment more than Fierce Retribution. But yeah, either of those would be good. Is he really? Good for him. Oh crap, I don't know what any of these cards do. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Return target aura card from your graveyard to the battlefield. No. The white duel. Maybe 2 and sacrifice a non-land permanent. 4/4 can't attack unless you control another 4/4. 2/1 flyer. There's a battlefield, exile a card. Yeah, I don't know what any of these cards do. A 2/1 flyer should probably be okay. The fixing's probably fine too, but I honestly don't know. It does get back Imprisonment, which is interesting, and we have some. You know what? Let's give this some thought. I can envision a deck where this could do something. We're not quite there yet, but none of the rest of this is changing. Like I'm not going to be missing a 2/1 flyer. I'm with you. Let's think about that. If we can build towards this, that's awesome. If we can't, that's okay too. It also gives me a minute on a pack where there's cards I just don't know what they do. Oh man, I want the Angel of the Dawn and the Sun Crown Stag. I want them all. These are both very good. Salvager's an entirely different direction, but not necessarily a bad one. But I think with the imprisonment, I should get one of these premium white commons. And I think the Angel of the Dawn's a little bit better, but it's close. This stag is really, really good. I'm going to say we're probably white with the Sigarda's Imprisonment and an Angel of the Dawn. Another Ixalan pack without much going for it. I don't think Storm the Vault was even good, was it? You deal damage to them, you get a treasure. You have 5 artifacts. It turns into tap for, yeah, okay, a lot of blue. Which is interesting, but there's just really nothing to do with it. Like, I could frankly take Moment of Triumph for signaling purposes. And I may, because this pack sucks. I guess the only upside is strength of the pack is actually a card. So we're going to take that and consider green-white as a possibility. Yeah, I feel like we're getting cut a little bit on white-black. Problem is I can't really find anything to pair with it here. Welcome to Chaos Draft, y'all. I'm going to take Read the Tides. This is all over the place right now, but we should be able to, like, hone in on what color we should be playing here in a minute. Aladesh, huh? All right. This is a challenge, but I'm going to take Implement. If nothing else, I can draw cards, find some fixing, and play Esper. I've got Angel of the Dawn. I've got some card draw in blue. I don't have much reason to be playing green. So if black-white works out, cool. If Esper works out, cool. Dude. Never mind. We're black-white. Go. I'll find the creatures later. There's going to be garbage 3/1s running around. Like, I'll just take all of the removal spells, and then we'll build a deck out of whatever's left. Like, that was probably one of the better cards in the pack. Like, not that Strangling Spores is the best removal spell the Earth has ever seen, just that, like, it ain't that bad, is what I'm saying. I am going to have to get some creatures from somewhere, though. But I'm on it. I do need a few more than 5 cards from each pack. But, like, again, if I have to do some splashing, we'll do some splashing. And I'm going to have to play some stinkers. That's all part of Chaos Draft too. The Squire came back. Like, this is certainly not a busted card, but It's very playable. I'm going to take this for signaling, even though blue-red is starting to look good too. Discard might play into other strats too. What you mean? Oh, you mean discarding a creature to the squire might play into reanimation shenanigans. It's entirely possible. I mean, Recollect's a reasonable card, but I guess that means we take it. It does feel a bit slow, but I think this is where I want to be, but we will see. Pardon-moi. Life goes on. Merci. Mercy buckets. All right, I need a couple more than 6 cards from a pack, but we can get there. The Moment of Raving, there's a Dusk Charger, which was a bit of a house. There's also a Legion Lieutenant, which is somewhat interesting, but I might be able to wield that. I should definitely be able to wield that. I am very interested in the Moment of Raving, but right now I'm kind of looking for creatures, and this is a really solid 2-drop. Still not certain on the Rise to Glory. I like picking 2-drops relatively early, so I'm not scrambling for them late. It's actually not that crazy to think we could pull it off. So there's an interesting spot here. If we want to try to maximize Rise to Glory, we could take Sigarda's Imprisonment. But life gain is enough of a synergy in enough black-white packs that I really think we could do something with Voice of the Blast. We've already got one lifelink creature. It's a token. It's not great. But that should be something we can do because it's been a synergy in nearly all of them. The only downside is we are passing up on another Sigarda's Imprisonment, which would be very, very good for us. But I think I'm going to make a push for this rare. And if we spin this bat, we're laughing. If I don't find any other life gain payoffs, then we sadly play a 2-mana 2/2. That's the risk aspect of it. Like so many sets for black-white, that is your color pair's synergy. That's what it does. It gains life. I think I'm up for a Seinfeld here. Although that Regisaur is great, there's like no way we're going to play that. But I could play a Seinfeld. Exclamation point Jerry. There you go. Dusk Legion Zealot. No, they didn't mess up the Coalition. This is Chaos Draft. Welcome to Chaos Draft. Sometimes you get a bunch of Ixalan. Sometimes you don't. Deadly Visit's mighty nice. Kill something and do some scrying. I'm down. Interestingly, I think this deck would want Sworn Companions as well with where we're going. But I like the 4 removal spells, 4 solid removal spells. Yes, that's why I said the deck would be interested in it. I'm generally pretty happy playing a Stronghold Confessor in my decks. Charge is also an okay combat trick. But Confessor just as a 3/3 menace or turn 1/1 menace was not bad. It's not great. We're not thrilled to see this. It's looking more like green was actually open from this direction, but sometimes it can be difficult to read signals in chaos. I think I'm likely to be most interested in Tully Invasion. I don't think we're looking to do butt stuff with Whatley. I don't really need the Kravid. This is just a nice solid card. I would like a bit more life gain. So I'm kind of hopeful that we wheel some of that. Yeah, I needed to do something else. I'm not going to play the card just to gain life. Lord have mercy. I kind of want all of this. I want the Draugr Helm and the Comus Faithful. Dude, I mean, good news. What we're trying to do is somewhat open. I think the lifelink is worth enough to me now that I just take it. I also don't have any 3s, but I'd really love to have that Draugr Helm. It's a solid card. If we're going to play Rise of Glory, I'm also interested in the Faithful just to potentially get some milling going. We're starting to get into synergy things. Arterial Flow is an interesting mind rot that can draw you a card. How many Sweatsuit Invitationals have you won, Renan? You're getting a little too backseaty right now, my friend. Like, fire up your own stream, start a draft if you want to pick all the cards, my dude. I think I like the Dusk Charger here. It's a solid card. We wheeled the Lieutenant, which we suspected, and we have a couple of vampires to go with it. Not a ton, but enough. Green does appear to be most open with that Hunt the Weak going around the table. And I'd encourage you to do that. But you got to tone it down a little bit. We got vampires and vampire slayers. This is perfect. Looks like that's spinning around his belly. Don't need any of this. I do agree the helm's a better card, but I'm looking to move us towards synergy pegs. We're missing out on a couple of them, though, which is a real shame. There was a bat I wanted to wheel too, and we didn't wheel it. Actually, was it in the next pack? No, we just didn't wheel. Play Unlikely 8 if we need to. Yeah, none of the other lifelink pieces wheeled. Snow Plains is not bad to have access to, depending on what we get. But that's a bit of a shame. To open a really powerful Planeswalker and need to pass it. Especially when we were like, yo, green's pretty open. And it was. But it's like it just can't be for us, sadly. I don't think, I mean, we can. It's just going to be really ugly. You know, maybe I can be a little ugly. It's like, we're going to miss a Take Vengeance. I can miss a Take Vengeance. Let's talk. I think I'd basically have to cut white to get their own playables, but I'm willing to give it a go. Take Vengeance is great. It's a premium removal spell. It's really, really good. If we were doing this, it would probably look like this, right? It's like, you're not splashing Vivian. What about green-white? Green-white sucks. All of our best cards are black. Because they're removal. Make sure I'm not crazy. Why would we want to play white? I guess you get the Angel. Either way, this is Horizon Seeker. Like, by a large margin. Like, we're green something. 4, and it's infinite casting cost. I mean, Pledge of Unity is cute. But our removal suite's going to be Sigarda's Imprisonment only. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, this pack kind of stinks, so I can afford to take the wolf. I was thinking about the mana geode. This thing's absurd, right? There's just a lot of stats. I still don't know which colors we're playing. I know we're playing green and one of these. It may have to be white just to get to playables, but the black looks so much better. I mean, right now we don't even have enough playables, which is interesting. It could just be 3-color bad mana. I hope it's not that. I really hope it's not that. It's going to have to be green-white if we want to play with the good rares. No, the Golgari Locket's not crazy. Like, that gives me some hope if we try to do the 3-color bad mana, but the 3-color bad mana would be green-white splashing a little bit of black. The Locket's a good call, but like, I'm looking through here because we still need a lot of work. Like, I think this might be our best shot at getting a deck together. It's missing 2 drops. I'm not quite sure where they're supposed to come from. I mean, that's where they come from, is you have to play green-white. All right. I tried. Tried. Cut something that I didn't want to. Yeah, the imprisonment. No, it's okay to backseat a little. Criticizing every pick I make a few seconds after I make it will eventually drive me crazy. But, I mean, spoiler alert, that will drive anyone crazy. If we do want to splash a little bit, I can do the Mana Geode things. And that would let me play potentially a Strangling Spores. I think I could go for that. Green is not splashable, my friend. The main reason to play green is for Vivian. You cannot splash for double-colored cards. But I can splash for a little bit of black now. There's backseating, like saying, I think I would take this. That's one thing. This has been quite the adventure, but that Saraform hybrid is truly wonderful. Interestingly, our black-white deck is still sort of viable here. Yeah, I want to win this draft. Y'all are going to call me crazy, and that's kind of fine. I didn't actually miss anything out of these packs by not taking it. Because everything I would have wanted is just wheeling. Just really, really bizarre to me. I actually want Infernal Scarring in this deck, believe it or not. Like, I may have to play a stinker or two, but I'm pretty happy with this. I needed to get into green a lot sooner, and it was not there for me. So I think the black-white is just where we were supposed to be. Was a challenge. This is a challenging draft, but one that I think I quite enjoyed. I don't hate another Toll the Invasion. I'm down with that. Yeah, the Bully's fine too, but I also think Toll the Invasion can be quite nice. need this, really. So we're going to need an extra playable. And I don't think we can get some of the more spicy stuff in here. Yeah, so we're short about 3 cards. Locket and Geode isn't enough for what? Yeah, I think it was right to take the Vivian for sure. Let's get this into Arena and play around with it a little bit. Oh, certainly it's enough to splash a thing. The thing is, like, what would you splash? We need to look through and decide. Like, the only green card we'd actually want to play is the Vivian, and I'm not splashing a double flip card. It's insane. Gotta get all these out so I can actually use it. Oh, we've already got Rise to Glory. That's the main reason I wanted to play the Infernal Scarring. But if we can possibly not splash, I don't think I'm interested in doing it. It doesn't look like there's any powerful things to splash. I could still play the Locket because it's potentially card draw and a little bit of ramp to 5, which I don't hate. The splashing this Tree Folk is actually somewhat interesting. Like, that's a lot of mana that you can spend to put 2 counters on a creature and then buy the thing back. So that's not actually insane. It's sort of like 2 cards. That doesn't do anything, right? Yeah. Right, so how many creatures do we have? We have 12. Means I probably am playing the Locket. Realistically, if you think about it, though, I've got 14 because we're going to get some zombie tokens off of this. And we do have a surprising amount of vampires. Given what we're doing a little bit of self-mill, which is interesting for the Rise to Glory because we could reanimate something. We could also potentially bend stuff with the Deadly Visit. I like that. We play Pride of the Conquistadors. I don't love it. Yeah, finding the last few cards are going to be quite difficult here. Sure, but you have to splash the Recollect, and our mana's bad. So we're trying to avoid playing other cards. We're going to have to play a couple stinkers. But I don't want to splash for Recollect. The problem is that puts me on Unlikely Aid and Pride of the Conquistadors, which I don't think is great. I don't mind the Unlikely Aid. I very much dislike playing the Pride of the Conquistadors and the Unlikely Aid. Hi, what's up, Reckoner? How you doing, bud? That's all it is. We have to play this. Now I can still sideboard into the other stuff if we want to, but I'm going to have to start with this. I'm glad you're safe, my friend. I gotta go fight the boss with this. That's no good. The tree does not do enough, sadly. This is gonna have to be good enough, and I don't like it. This is unacceptable. I'm not playing this. This is not winning a tournament. We're playing green-black. This is not good enough to win any tournament. Ever. Oh shoot, I just took it out of there. Alright, I need to find aggressive urge. Go. I gotta drag them back and forth. Okay, it's in there. I don't know why it's in there. I'm going to have to play it basically without any 2-drops. Okay. What it was doing. This one's a little lower on the creatures. Ooh, lordy. It's going to get interesting. But I've got what I need to sideboard into the other one if I need to. Alright. This is what I can do. This is what I'll do. This isn't good enough either. Oh, God. None of them work. I've changed my mind again. I feel terrible. I never take this long to build my decks, but this deck doesn't do anything either. I'm back on black-white again. Black-white stuff. This deck has a tiny plan that could, in theory, get there. It's not good. It's all we've got. Yeah, black-white removal tribal. That's what we've got. This is 16 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, both decks are bad. This deck is bad and has removal. All right, let's make it happen. That was a challenge. I think this is our best bet. It's not pretty, but I think this is our best bet. Have a good night, Henry. Sleep well, my friend. This is a little ugly, but I can work with it. We got a 2-drop. I mean, I can't be mad. I'm the one that built the deck. Yeah, we've got to fight the boss round 1. Not good. Does look like a swamp, doesn't it? Like, this is a bit of a sad one to hit, but I've got plans for it. How much she's getting out of this with. Let's make sure she's not getting out of this. Ah, okay. Can you imagine playing a multicolored deck? Can you imagine that? I can't. I would never do such a thing. I mean, she recognized that green was open. That's very good for her, presumably. We probably just swing and then toll her. If she wants to block that, that's fine. Because it's coming back. You're not doing that. Whee! An alternate reality mirror? Fair. I've got enough forest in here that I can side into the green if I want to. I don't want to. You just sent me a rather unkind message. Jokingly. Hey, you're moving, right? I think there's still music going in this. Stop. Get some unlikely aid, potentially. I'm pretty happy tearing down that Armosaur. And if she's got anything bigger, we'll just tap it. I'm game. Especially now that we've got Rise to Glory, I'd love to mill some garbage. I mean, we did mill some garbage, but not quite what I wanted. That's the one I can't target, right? Yeah. All right, there's another one I can target. What has she got? A vigilant creature that needs to attack? Get me. Nothing. That's what she's got. Nothing. She did say she was hungry. Nah. I don't need to discard anything. She's dead. I needed to be able to tap and cast this next turn. But she's super dead, right? Tap that, swing team. I'm pretty sure she's just dead. Yeah, I know Thunder Dan. I'm not worried about that, bud. We're not gonna need to save it from anything. I'm pretty sure she's dead. I swing, she would block my two biggest things, which would be here, and take lethal. I think this is good enough. Because this has to be blocked and she can't block it. And then the other ones kill her. Yeah, that works. All right, round 2, fight. That one's got to go. This one doesn't, but it's close to bad. I'm tempted to send back one of the lands, but I don't think I can. I think we send back the Syndicate Guild Mage and hope we hit a white source. That's not a white source. This is not a great start. I had plans. What you working with over there, bud? Now that is a plan, huh? Bant stuff. So the companions are what's coming down next. I should be able to ignore that. This I should be able to kill. But presumably it's the Disdainful Stroke I actually don't want to deal with. I can leave him stuck with this in hand. I'm pretty comfortable with that. Like, we're supposed to draw removal for that. You can't Ichthyomorphous my guy. That makes it better. Alright, all of the cards are on the table. Put up a good fight for being mana deprived. Way easier to be face-to-face games. I'm with you there, Shadows. I wouldn't say no to a white source. Wouldn't say no to another removal spell. Hey, look, a white source. I think I can swing with these two. We got to start getting things going. I'm a little behind here and we don't have removal. Yes, is a fish now. Just a fish, not a horse anymore. Bit of a horse of a different color, I suppose. I'm in danger. I have to go for it here. Yeah, we got tons of things. I don't have any of them in hand. I've got to make sure I've still got enough to block on the way back, because we're only going up to 6 here. And I can't, I think him putting his team in front of the lieutenant would be very bad for me. He's at 10. He's got blocks. That's what's happening, Zulu, for sure. On Voice of the Blessed. Okay, that's fine. And that's on Coma's Faithful. That's fine. A lot of flyers. Like an inordinate amount of flyers. Might just be worth switching into green. Well, depending on what he drew. He's got Skyrider Patrol, the 2 flyers we see in play, and 2 in his graveyard. Plus Clarion Spirit makes him like, this is a Skies deck. This is blue-white Skies. We'll never be ready for this. Last card's always the tough one, isn't it? It didn't actually keep all of my green sources. That makes this a little more interesting than it was going to be. Because I have to go with bad mana here. Now the interesting part is I'm going to swap right back. I'm going to swap right back after this. But now I have to splash another white card when I really don't want to. But, alright, we'll do what we got to do. A forest. Not in the middle of sideboarding, no. If I could, I absolutely would, but that is not something we can do. You put me on the play? Alright. Go get him. which I thought I did. I just didn't set up enough of them with that. Yes, I'm clearly splashing for Arlen's wool. Oh, he's gonna try to race me. I'm game. You can scribe before you know it's dead. It's got an enchantment removal spell here, so I need to be careful about when to use the imprisonment. It's basically just a falter. I'll do both of these. I can. That's kind of perfect. So this puts him, he can pop it, give that flying, and put me to 1. No, I'm dead, aren't I? Yeah, I'm dead. I can't stop it. If I had another white source, maybe. Skyrider Patrol's pretty good. Unless he doesn't see it. I mean, maybe he doesn't see it, but he's taking enough time. I feel like he probably will. Yeah, I don't imagine we're going to get Jim Davis on a line like this. You might get somebody on the ladder with this. You're not getting Jim. No, you just have to blow up the enchantment and kill me. All right, the question is whether we want to keep this or we want to go back to the white on the play. And I think I want to go back to the white on the play. I really don't want to play Pride of the Conquistadors again, though. Because he's going to be thinking about it. And I'd really like him not to be. He's got to be thinking about all kinds of things. I think this is the best shot at beating him, because I've got to try to race all these damn flyers. Let's talk. A little nervous about the infernal scarring. So we know he has select for inspection. I don't think I'm playing it next turn. Oh, that's incredibly awkward. He's been sitting on bounce. I can sense it. Pretty happy with this exchange. I still think he has a bounce spell, but it won't do him as much good now. Should be able to kill him next turn. He's gonna need a Wrath. Because a blocker ain't gonna do it. +2/+0, right? Yeah, he's dead. Got there. We take these. Huzzah! Let the leg grabbing commence. All right, round 3, fight. Have a good night, Dan. Jim, thanks for the raid, man. GG's. Oh man, that is so tempting. Sounds good, man. Thank you very much, Jim. I hope you have an awesome evening. Thank you for the games. I am not Jim Davis. Jim Davis is awesome, but I like being me. Jim is Jim. You stop with your transitive property shenanigans. Of course there's a Whisper Agent. You're suggesting the quickening has something to do with it? Those of you coming over from Jim's stream, I play Limited Magic and Storybook Brawl. I kind of played not so great in game 2. And whenever I'm playing against you, I can't make mistakes. You are too good. All right, what you working with, Rage? No. The wolf. Yeah. The Rage is just on aggro printer go burr. One, 2, 5, 6, 7. All right, fine. Still prevented 3 damage. That's what I wanted. If you think about it, life gain is its own reward. Yeah, I don't think so either. Like, there's an argument that I can get it back from the bin, so I shouldn't do that. But I think we just turned the corner. That's what I was thinking, was value, but I don't need that level of value. She did, but she got something. Don't much care for that. I'll slow it down. Yeah, I think she has to take aid, because it just kills her. Okay. 6, 7, 8. She's just dead. I don't understand. Oh, I guess she's not just dead because she doesn't have to Like, I can kill this and she can still block. Fine, she's putting me to 3. Acceptable. I can appreciate that she's a woman of culture. Motion, thank you for the resub. Y'all spam some cats for Motion. Much appreciated, my friend. Hey, I appreciate you supporting that. Thank you. She's trying to kill me. Kind of dead if she goes to 1. Lyra, thank you for the gift subs. Much appreciated. More cat spam is now in order. Thank you. Thank you very much. Guess that makes more sense to hack the bolt. But not by a lot, interestingly. Raise the dongers! This thing just pings me, right? Yeah, it pings me for the number of nights. Okay. Play Domjot Human. Confessor is pretty epic. No, you don't need that. Tis the treason for the season. Treason is the reason for the season. I like that even better. Angie's pretty good. That's actually a problem. Because she can start sacking crap to kill me. Good evening, Jared. I'm gonna need one of them removal spells. Please tell me someone didn't pass this to her. Okay, it has to specifically be blood tokens. That's good at least. Things were fine until she played that, and now I'm worried. Donger's raised. It's gonna block and sack, but like that's fine. You do what you gotta do. I think we just play this one safe. There we go. I could have activated that in response, but I'm like scared she's got another active treason or something. We saw 2 so far. All right, round 4, let's go. Either way, something degenerate's gonna happen. And this Kenny G is actually pretty relaxing. Its opener is not very relaxing. I would keep that on the draw, but we are not on the draw. All right. Seinfeld will save me. Why do I call him Seinfeld? Look at his face. Jerry Seinfeld in a pirate costume. What you doing? You gonna steal my stuff? You're just gonna like wreck me through combat after combat after combat? And none of this is good, but I'm never beating that champion. So, yoinks. You probably will, to be fair. I wonder if they fixed Thalid Omnivore in Dominaria. I'm sure it was high priority on the bug list. Yeah, I won a tournament because you wouldn't accept winning from the bog. Main question is if we want to swap to green or not, because like that's the option that we have. It's interesting to see that like we very clearly had different sets. For this, I never look at them. I told Sim Wife I was going to win the pod, but I wasn't sure if I could win the whole tournament. Still pretty good for a free tournament. I'll take it. I did bring this in against Rage because she was so aggressive. I just needed something. Hey, Zach, what's up, my dude? Thank you for the raid. I hope your stream went well. Yeah, I think this is about all I got. If I want to switch to the green, we can do that for the next one. It's really land heavy. Thank you, Zach. How have you been lately, buddy? One fours. Vincent's good people. Okay, we got plenty of lands to discard to this guy. I can appreciate getting tired of limited now and then. Ridiculous? I don't know about ridiculous. Part of the game. Me too, Thangarth. I've had a lot of fun with Storybook Brawl. Do the math on what the chances are of drawing one, because it's probably still higher than you'd think. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Dude, you gotta have lands to cast your spells.
Prepare yourself, Heliod. I have killed one god already.
Where is your god now?
Find your valor and fight.
I mean, we were incredibly screwed before he played the Elspeth. Yeah, I guess I gotta shoot this thing. I can start pinging Elspeth after this.
Heroes, rally to me.
Captain No Blocks!
You will meet my gaze again.
Interesting timing, but we take these. Outside of its own set, Stormrider Spirit's an insane magic card. Like in Chaos, this card is just really, really good. You guys still think I'm not gonna win, don't you? Because I'm gonna win.
You were C? Yes, you were C.
You can just cast her again, huh? Seems fair.
Must act swiftly and protect the innocent from harm. If you are going to fight, fight beside me.
That's what I needed. Six mana divination. That's probably not good enough to actually win this game.
I cannot escape my failures.
Boop. Yeah, going on the play, this is still what we need. We'll have to win in 3. Oh, we're in the semifinals right now, Renan. Sorry if I was a bit harsh on you earlier. I didn't mean to be. Not the 2/2 I can't kill. Some other card. Okay, that's fine. Be dang good if I had a land. That is a peculiar block. It seems to indicate something else. Which 2/2 wrecked you? This one? Oh, that one. Because it's a really good card. You kidding me? That card's phenomenal and limited. Everdon champion in Chaos Draft? Card's a house. Yeah, it probably sucked in Ixalan. But 2 mana 2/2 that you can't kill? Yeah, there was ways to kill it in Ixalan. Fair enough, DC. Take it out of that context. All of a sudden, that card looks like a house. All right, let's do our Stream Raiders battle. This is our last round. We got to win it. Spam cats for good luck. It's not a cat. Boop. I think I'm supposed to force damage here. Those are good cats, Elgi. Bonus Hunger, huh? Remember Bonus Hunger? Draw some cards. What does that even do? Nothing? Alright, fine. I think I'm still just supposed to be trying to kill him. Like, I already can't keep up with him on card advantage. There's nothing I can do about that. The life total is the one advantage I've got to press. Hello. Has Ward 3, right? Alright. This deck is so much better than mine. The only question is, do we want to try to bring in the blue? I'm like, I can't keep up with this level of card advantage. I just can't. Vanguard, thank you for the gift subs, my dude. Much appreciated. So were M and Cat remastered cards. We didn't get none of them. But I think this is still my best bet. Y'all spam some cats for Thangar. Thank you, buddy. Didn't mean to put that in. Okay. Yeah, this is what we got. It's pretty good for a mulligan, too. Idology, thank you for the raid. I hope your stream went very well. Hello. We got Seinfeld on our side. We'll be fine. What's up, Bubbles? Bubbles! Bubbles. Gloom Pangolin, huh? It's a whole new level. Gonna sag the pangolin? You got something. But you're gonna need to show me what it is. Because I'd love to see you sack that pangolin. That's a like a real problem for me. Hiya! I know those shores. They suck. Mana. Hinted permanent is an enchantment. Okay. An enchantment. That is an incredible magical card. And I'm going to die to it. Well, realistically, I'm going to die to the intense flooding that we are experiencing. Hey, that makes the removal better. What are the chances he wants to block it now? Yeah, I'd imagine not much, because he's got a line on I drew something. Yeah, we've got a plenty of remove. I mean, can we deal with it right now? No. Are there things in the deck that can deal with it? Yeah, plenty. They're not lands, though. We have a few too many of those. Righto. I mean, good news. We were drawing all lands forever. This is +2/+0, right? Yeah. Boop. Now the question is, can his deck deal with a 2/2? It's a 2/2 that could be a 4/4. The thing is, a lot of the cards in his deck appear to be more card draw cards. So realistically, it's only 2 cards and then 5 divinations. See, I got divinations too. I just like paying 7 mana for them. Yuck. So this gains me 5. I have to top deck another removal spell, but let's do that. Boop. He's drawn a reanimation spell. We do. As long as I don't put either of these in the graveyard, and I won't be. I think I'm still supposed to try to win with damage. I don't think he had another thing to get. The only thing he had was Cleric. Oh, no, he did have more stuff. Okay. That's unfortunate. Oh, that would have been way better. I should have done that, possums. Sadly, I'm a coward. I didn't notice it. Black White Mill. Classic archetype. There you go. Black White Mill. I don't remember. How many have I won now, chat? I think it's 5.
Black White Mill for the final victory, Semulin.
Yeah, it's a classic archetype, man. Black White Mill.
Listen, watching several of your last couple of matches, though, was really impressive. And allowing the Otter to draw cards and knowing that damage was, kind of your advantage. And then also kind of being behind against Sam, who has, definitely control a long game. You were able to mill him down. Can you discuss a little bit of this Chaos Draft? You are incredibly good at Chaos Drafts, if I do remember correctly. But talk a little bit about this Orzhov draft. And you also, I never saw you switch to green, but you talked about it a few times, or blue.
I did do it once. I want to mention that I basically punted in that last round. When I drew the Rise to Glory, it was actually lethal if I got the Coma's Faithful and killed it with Strangling Spores, and chat caught it. I didn't.
Yeah, I saw Possum brought that up, but that's kind of a, you have, 160, 200 people watching. One person sees that play. Yeah, it was a good but you made play. a lot of other amazing piloting moves along the way. But can you discuss a little bit about how the draft unfolded? What really worked well with this particular, combo of cards, and then also just I want to hear when you switched and how it worked out and why you switched.
Okay, so we started the draft, and I kind of started with an Impale, and then I got past some good white removal. I think it was a Sigarda's Imprisonment, and I started going down that route and thought that this is likely where we were going. I noticed in pack 2 that green was incredibly open in our pod, like a premium green removal spell went all the way around the table. And then I opened Vivian and said, okay, I guess we were green-black the whole time. Scrambled for playables and didn't quite get there, which left me with black-white playables, which had good removal. It was like, do I want a bad deck that has Vivian, or do I want a bad deck that has a bunch of 2-drops and really solid removal? And I'm like, the 2-drops can actually win me a tournament. The green can't. So what I was kind of set up to do was side into the green if I was against a deck with a lot of flyers and I was on the draw. And that's exactly what I did against Jim Davis, was brought it in. And he raffle stomped it anyway. And then I switched back to the black-white and just beat him on the play. Because this deck was a lot better on the play. So I did swap into it once, but only once.
And it didn't work out. I was interested because obviously Vivian is a card we all love. We're playing with it in Cube. But you do have some 2-drops that are like not your ordinary 2-drop. And 2-drops and removals gets you another championship, and hopefully we get you find you another cup of coffee that you really like. Sam, I have to jump to Sam. 2 times in a row you've been in the finals here. Semulin kind of called his shot, and now now takes back over Jim Davis. But Sam, talk to me about 2 finals runs. I really loved your Azorius deck last week in the Cube with the approach, and it just felt like you should have won that one last week. This week you had another great deck. What did you sideboard there? The 1-5. I think the decision to sack the 1-5 was kind of a big decision, but like talk a little bit, because it was an amazing deck that you had here this week as well.
Okay, so in that game, I bought it in the 1-5 because Semulin's deck is just 2-drops, and if I can get to the late game, I have like 3 2-for-1s, like the Fort the Grave, the double dis into, I can't remember what the cards are called. Grind to Dust, I had those cards. I didn't really see anything like that from Semulin, so I just have the 1-5. It would just like hold the fort. That's the card I bought it in. And then I sacked it because I think that I eat the minion that he blocked with, and then I do take some damage, but my hand was so stacked I needed to find a land anyway that I was fine just spending mana on that, even though it wasn't that efficient. Like Semulin tapped me for 3 on there, but I think that was still the correct play I would have made. I did end up losing to a lot of life gain and getting decked, but I actually misclicked the
Thwart the Grave got misclicked there, right? Is that
what
what
happened?
happened?
It was very frustrating.
Yeah, and that definitely could, because I mean he was at 2 life. We could have seen a game 3. Thwart the Grave is an interesting card in my opinion to play. Like a lot of times it doesn't work how I anticipated. So I'm really sorry to see that, especially after I never saw in the finals the card that you and both Echo Bravo played at the same. It was like back-to-back turns. The double blue, double black, 3/3 hexproof Death Touch flyer. Yeah,
sorry, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Yeah,
That thing's terrifying.
You didn't see it. I knew Sam had it. Did he mill it? Like, was it one of your last cards in hand? Is that what you drew off the top, Sam?
So in game 2, I bought it out my blue and I bought it into the white minions because I had 2 lifelink 2-drops. I had Killian and the 2/2 dwarf, or just a lifelink creature, and I figured with the way I can set up my black-white deck, I can have enough late game to outgrind Semulin. The only thing I saw was like Golgari Locket to draw cards.
Wow.
As long as I get to the late game, I don't need the Night Veil Predator. It just trades with like a random minion.
Yeah,
like I need to go late.
Fair. That's fair, actually. Very fair against Semulin. I do have to say that like both the players in the finals, the drafters in the finals of this Sweatsuit, had multiple decks that they were playing throughout the run. Super incredible stuff to watch perform. Sam, congratulations. This week it turned to getting second place. It also gets you some of the cash. And Semulin, congrats on your 5th championship. Pretty big prize pool here with cash, coffee, and more gems as well. So I believe there's still more gems. Thank you both so much for your participation. Sam, 2 finals losses back-to-back weeks, still incredible runs, and winning your pod 2 weeks in a row. And Semulin, you're the champ as well. You're now once again the Sweatsuit Invitational super champ.
Nice. Good games, Sam, and thank you, Hunter, for putting this on. Like, this is the best part of the week in Magic, man.
Yeah, well, good luck in your storybook, Brawlin. Thanks for coming back for some more magic in the sweatsuit. You are a staple, and you're here every week, and we appreciate that. Sam, Semulin, and all of the chat, good luck, and have a great week. And Semulin, I'll see you in the chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, take care,
Yep.
everyone. Thank you so much.
Adios.
Congrats.
Nice. And a big thank you to my patrons. Paul, Punk, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Basti, Rich, Michael, Brandon, and John. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.